Assalamu alaikum, grade 8. We're getting on with our geometry of 2D shapes, and we're getting on with triangles. Remember, we did two theorems already. We did the one on, let me just show you here. We did the one on sum of angles of a triangle. So if we add all the interior angles up together in a triangle, they are equals to 180 degrees, right? Then we did the next one, which was exterior angle of a triangle is equals to the sum of the interior opposite angles. So when you see any triangles, you have to know all your theorems and apply all of them together, and we're going to go over some questions for them, right? So today we're moving on to a isosceles triangle. Can you remember what is an isosceles triangle? An isosceles triangle is where there's two sides are equal. Okay, so if I say AB is equals to AC, right? Remember, not all three sides are equal, only two sides are equal to each other. So if AB is 3 and AC has to be 3, then what do we call it? This would be called an isosceles triangle. The property of an isosceles triangle is two sides of the isosceles triangle are equal. So now we're doing a theorem today about an isosceles triangle, and it's very easy. Angles opposite equal sides are equal to each other. So what is it telling you? So here's my side here. LM, right, is 7 centimeters, and here's LN. Okay, so this side is equals to that side, and first of all I can write down then this is 7 centimeters also, okay, because it's the line is telling me that the two sides are equal. Now I have two angles. Can you see? Equal sides. Now I've got two angles there, but what my theorem is telling me that the angles opposite equal sides. So can you see this angle here? X is opposite this side here, right? And 58 degrees is opposite this side here. So there's my two sides, and there's my two angles. So the two angles opposite the two equal sides become equal. So if this is X, then this is X. That's the theorem. So if you see a triangle, any triangle with two sides that are equal, so if I'm starting off from a triangle and I tell you this is equals to 2 and that is equals to 2, right? That becomes an isosceles triangle, and the theorem is telling me that this angle is equals to that angle, so we can call both of them X. That can be X and that can be X, right? So let's look at it practically now. My statement, I'm going to say LM is equals to Ln. I'm given that, right? Because what's my reason? Isosceles triangle. Okay, so what is X going to be equals to? X is going to be equals to 58 degrees, and my reason, opposite sides are equal. Okay, so the opposite sides are equal. Now please, I've seen a lot of you sending you the homework when you're just doing this here. You're writing only this part here as your answer, right? So let me show you what is happening. Okay, if I'm going to mark your paper, you're going to get 1 mark to say this, 1 mark to say that, 1 mark to say that, and 1 mark to say that. Now how much are you guys going to get in your question after knowing what to do and your answer is correct? You're going to get 1 mark instead of getting 4 marks. Okay, so please, I've repeated this in the other videos as well. Write down your statement first, and then you have to write down a reason. Then you have to substitute, and you have to write down another reason if you've got 2 reasons like this question here. So can you see how easy this one is? When you see an isosceles triangle, the two angles, they opposite those sides are equal, right? Let's do another example here. Okay, here we've got, okay, this is the different way it's swapped around. Let me just write down another example here for you. So say for example, I've got a triangle, and I'm saying this side is equals to that side. Which two angles are going to be equal? Not this one here. This angle and this angle is going to be the same. Okay, so if this angle here is 20 degrees, that angle will become 20 degrees. So my theorem is angles opposite equal sides are equals to each other, right? This you have to get used to this part of it here, where how do you write a short sentence for the theorem. You don't have to write that entire thing out. We have all short sentences that we write as our reason, but as I showed you now, very important to write down the statement and the reason, right? So the second part of this theorem says, if you've got two equal angles, right, then what's going to happen? Then the sides opposite the equal angles are equals to each other. Okay, so I've got a triangle, right? And I'm telling you that this is 25 degrees and this is 25 degrees. Now I've told you that the angles are equal. Okay, here we had the sides were equal, so we were proving the angles. Now we've got the angles are equal, so what can we prove? If this is ABC, we can say that AB is equals to AC. Okay, so in the question, if they give you this and they tell you this is 2, you can prove that that is also 2. So let's see how we're going to write it down. So what is our theorem saying? The 2, if there's two equal angles, the sides opposite the equal angles are equal to each other. So look at this question here. Can you see how easy it is? If you can see a triangle like this here immediately in your mind, can you see angle B is equals to angle C? So which two sides are going to become equal? So our theorem is telling us that the opposite sides are going to become equal. So AB is going to be equals to AC. Can you see? So I write down my statement, AB is equals to AC, sides opposite equal angles. Okay, so say for instance now, I'm saying AB is 2, right? So then I will say AC is also equals to 2. Right? It's the same reason, right? Can you see what I've done there? I've written a statement and I've written a reason. So in the first part of the isosceles triangle, you're given the sides and you're proving that the two angles opposite those sides are equal, right? And the second part of it, you are given two angles that are equal and you're proving that the sides are equal. Okay, I'm going to put the homework up. It's from exercise 12.2. So what I have done for the homework, instead of giving you all the theorems together and all the homework together, I've separated the questions for you per theorem so that you're concentrating on one theorem a day, and then we're going to do a joint exercise, right?